Now, as we go through the website, we can see that the website is fully functional and has various effects to increase and augment the professionalism and aesthetic appeal of the website. For example, the effect that you see here with the image remaining motionless while the rest of the website moves is known as a parallax effect. I created this effect by animating the website page in Adobe Muse, and I set the motion of the image to 0 so that it did not act in accordance with the scrolling speed while the rest of the website did, and it results in this effect, which both my client and I believed was an aesthetic effect, which augmented the appeal of the website. Here's another example of this effect known as the parallax effect. Here we see some of the graphics which I created in Photoshop, and I did so with the use of some royalty-free graphics which I found online, as well as the use of the rectangle marquee tool, as well as various text tools. Here we have a slideshow, which is a widget available in Adobe Muse, and it's composed of original photography. Another widget which I implemented was this back to top widget, and it allows users ease of access back to the top and back to the navigation bar. On the navigation bar, we can see a graphic which I created. It is considered a non-simple technique as I created it with the use of the Adobe Photoshop software. It links back to the homepage along with the home button here, and thus it provides users with various means to return back to the homepage. As for the rest of the navigation bar, we see a page known as Services, About Us, Location, and Contact Us. And as you can see, when the cursor scrolls over each of these categories, we see that there is a rollover effect, which I created with the use of scroll effects and rollover effects in Adobe Muse, and which Brendan and I believe that these rollover effects helped augment the professionalism of the website. As you can see, the hyperlinked navigation bar is fully functional. It loads quickly, and it loads the correct pages. For example, our service page links to this page, which has specific services. For example, the specific sports training service has its own page with tons of info, as well as a slideshow to help illustrate the service. Each of the other 3 services, known as physiotherapy, weight loss, and stress relief, also has a similar layout with plenty of info, slideshows with images to help illustrate the service, links to other pages in the website, as well as links to other resources which Brendan provided me with, such as the Canadian Physiotherapy Association, which can provide users with more information if they so desire. Moving on, the next page, About Us, it also implements the use of the parallax effect, as Brendan insisted that consistency was a very important factor in creating a successful website. Therefore, I ensured that I use a parallax effect in multiple pages. Also, as we move down, we see some more information regarding the goals of the Colonel by Fitness Club. We see, again, the use of the parallax effect. We see a section dedicated to describing and familiarizing users with the staff, which is our group of executives. Again, the use of the parallax effect. We also have here a section which Brendan can update regularly, which is a section dedicated to the member of the month of our club. In this specific month, I created a video for the member of the month. This is a combination of other non-simple techniques listed by the ITGS forms that I received. More specifically, making this video composed of the non-simple techniques of edited video clips as well as edited original sound. The edited original clips was done through the use of the software known as Final Cut Pro. I essentially took clips and images which I previously took or had taken specifically for designing this video, such as this drone footage here, and I cut them together and trimmed them and placed them beside each other on the timeline to create this website. To create this video. Also, the website.
Now that I'm getting older, it's time to take my game to the
website has voiceovers, as you just saw. The voiceovers are original sound, and I used the sound editing tool known as Audacity to reduce background noise, and thus that is considered another non-simple technique in that it is the editing of original sound. As we move down, we also see hyperlinked images to the pages of our photo gallery. We also see links to our contact us page as well as our calendar, which is another example of an advanced technique, which is the embedding and editing of HTML code, as I embedded the HTML code needed for this calendar, and I edited it so that it fit as you see now and fit as desired by both myself and my client Brendan. Moving on, if we move to our location page, again, we see another example of a non-simple technique, which is the same as the calendar, in that it is an example of the embedding and editing of HTML code. More specifically, I embedded the HTML code which I acquired from the Google Maps online domain, and I embedded it into the Adobe Muse software. I then proceeded to edit the HTML code to resize the shape and the size of the Google Map as I deemed fit. As well, by editing the HTML code, I removed the borders of the website originally had, and this resulted in a maximized loading speed for the overall page. Moving down, we see plenty of more content regarding the Colonel By Fitness Club, as well as the Colonel By Secondary School itself, and we also see links to Colonel By's own website if users required any more information regarding the school itself. Lastly, we can go to our contact page. The contact page is composed of a contact form, which is another widget offered by the Adobe Muse software. Brendan and I opted to use a simple contact form so that users could quickly send us any questions or inquiries they might have. The web page of Contact Us also features another slideshow to help augment the aesthetic appeal of the web page. So that concludes my ITGS Screencast. Thank you for listening.